Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to No Man's Sky, the Endurance Update. I hope you are. I don't know how I keep doing this. Every time I start the intro, I start talking, and I get this protection one. I appreciate that. Anyways, I hope you all are doing well today. It's been a couple days since I recorded, so let's go ahead and try and jump back into where we were. I'm just going to hit the escape key here and go up to our log section, and we are on our primary awakenings mission, which is going to have us finding base modules. We need to expand the base with additional base components by constructing a construction research unit. And now we need to extract salvage data from buried technology and then spend that salvage data at the construction research unit. So if we kind of pop back into our immaculate base that doesn't have a problem stepping up into or anything, we interact with our construction research unit and we look at our buildable technology here. You can see here this cost of salvage data. So this is obviously what we need to get in order to start unlocking more things in our tree here, which is great. And if I remember correctly, the last time we found one over here, which is about 370 steps in that direction or so. So I think, first things first, we just gotta head out and go pick this up. Now, one of the things that I am going to try and switch to here is the third-person camera view is a little interesting. So I'm going to try swapping us into first person. I'm just going to do that by hitting the X for quick menu. I'm going to use my Q key to navigate over. Perfect. So X, Q, F to select, E over to toggle camera view, and F. And now we are in first person mode. So I'm going to try recording the next couple of episodes here in first person and see if we end up liking that better than third person. Of course, we may switch back and forth if we're, trying to build the base or do something specific there, but I think we're going to try and play mostly in first person. But hey, that's enough of me jabbering. Let's go ahead and get started and go get this buried technology module. So while we're on the way over here, one of the things that I wanted to try and do is kind of talk about the direction that I want to take this particular series in. So right now it still seems to be pretty tutorial heavy, which is great. It's much better than, when I played this a long time ago and it kind of just dropped you on a planet and you were figuring things out on your own. But I imagine that eventually the tutorial heaviness will wear off. I also imagine that there is an end to the story somewhere. So with that being said, my goal is to kind of pump these episodes out as we follow along with the story. And once we've finished up with the story or the tutorial, then we'll try and make some specific objectives for ourselves. Maybe we'll try and, build a base on, each planet of every kind of atmosphere, or maybe we'll work on acquiring a freighter, whatever these things happen to be. But yeah, for the first bit, we're just going to be pumping out episodes as we follow along with the story. Before we start digging around for this technology module, let's take a look at this damaged machinery here. Here we have some more of our residual goop. Always wanted more goop. And there we go, getting some more nanites. Okay, now this buried technology module, I believe we're going to need to use our multi-tool and switch into the terrain mode. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go. Now, yeah, perfect. So it looks like you can just kind of dig straight into it. The laser doesn't seem to be harming this at all, so that's good. Cool. We'll, protect ourselves from the radiation in our nice little cave that we made. And the technology module. New item recorded to catalog, salvaged data. So now that we have some, we could spend the salvage data at the construction research unit, and we can spend the data to learn new construction blueprints. Right, we kind of knew that. So now we need to return to the construction research unit. Now I'm going to pop into my inventory with tab, pop over to my exosuit here. And we did get two. I maybe misread the notification up here, but it looks like we had only gotten one. But it looks like we have two, and that is enough to go ahead and buy, I believe it was the top level in the buildable technology, so that's great. So yeah, we have ourselves a bit of a storm here, so I think again I'm just gonna chill out here, wait for the storm to pass by, and I will bring you guys back in once the storm has passed. Now I'm sitting in this little makeshift cavern here, and I'm trying to remember where my base is. I can see it right here, and the Tockley gaped colony, your base. Man, we gotta come up with a better name for that. So once we get back over there, maybe we can figure out how to rename it. Okay, so here we are coming back up on the base. I think we're gonna pop inside and let our radiation shield recharge while we figure out how to spend this salvage data. It looks like our life support is down to 20% as well, so since we've just gotten that warning, let's see if we can figure out how to charge that. Yep, so here I just hit tab to go back into my inventory. I'm under my exosuit tab, and here is the life support pack. So let's go ahead and left click to charge. Looks like we've got some oxygen. We'll click it on in. Okay, so I'm guessing that because when we picked up the stack it only held 40, that's how much it took to charge this. You can't put in more than 40 at 20%. So if I'm understanding that correctly, then we have at least 2 more charges on us, which seems good. Alright, let's take a look here. And I think we're going to go for the buildable technology. And yeah, the base teleport module. A personal teleport device allowing the user to move quickly between their constructed bases, as well as any space station terminuses connected to their network. Cool. Okay, so in order to craft this, we're going to need 4 metal plating, 2 carbon nanotubes, and 40 sodium, which we should have enough of. And look at that, your base can be renamed. So we were just talking about that. I think we should go ahead and take a second to do that. Here we are. And there we have it. We will call our first base the Enduring Legacy. Yeah, let's take it. Seems fair. At least I can pronounce that name, sort of. Okay, now we need ferrite dust in order to make the metal plating. And I believe I used all of my ferrite dust last time to turn it into this magnetized ferrite. And let's see, I think we're going to need 4 of the metal plating. So, first, we'll scan, and then we'll destroy. Okay, so we should have enough. Now we need to craft 4 metal plating, which it unfortunately doesn't look like I have room to do here in my general. Can I do this in my cargo tab? Sure looks like I can. Now if I go with build, I believe last time we were able to change the modify. Yep, there it is with A and D. So we need 4. This is cannot build missing components, so we must only have. Yep, okay. So let's just build one. Hopefully we can stack these. Good, we can. And we need to gather about 100 more ferrite dust, so let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, we're looking at about 168 ferrite dust, so we should be able to make these other 2 metal plates. Craft, change with D to craft 2. And now we'll stack them. And now we need to make carbon nanotubes. We need to make 2 of those. And again, I didn't hit D in order to craft multiples of these. So now we're in a little bit of an interesting situation where our inventory is full, and now unfortunately the cargo section is a bit full. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer something or a couple of things over here to our starship while we're nice and close. So let's go ahead and do... Maybe we'll transfer over some of these things that we don't know what to do with yet. So I'll hit X for quick transfer, and we'll send this to our starship. Go ahead and make another one of these. Okay, now they're at least in the same spot. That makes me feel a little bit better. And now we need to construct a base teleport module, and we can do that with Z. So let's see. Probably want to build this close to the base. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, this thing is pretty sizable, it seems. So maybe we'll just kind of put this down. Yeah, right about there. Okay, now we need to supply power. So we need to learn the biofuel reactor. We can learn base modules at the construction research unit, okay? Let's go ahead and go in here.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
And here's the biofuel reactor. So we need a salvaged data in order to research that. And so that means we're going to have to go out and find ourselves another buried technology module. So let's go ahead and do a scan and see if we can't locate another one of these. That was pretty fast. Right here, about 400 steps away. Well, just like we did before, let's just pop on out there and see what we encounter along the way. And here we are with another journey milestone. Drifter. Traveled, I guess that is 10,000 steps. Sure starting to feel that way. Now, if I'm seeing this correctly, this looks like a structure up here, close to this buried technology module. So I think once we get close, we should probably check that out. So yeah, this definitely looks like a structure. Looks like a tower, maybe an observation tower of some kind. And then we have ourselves another 2 life pods here, some damaged machinery.
Radiation protection falling.
A call starship, 1 navigation data required. So I don't think we have that. We do not. Okay. Guess that will come later. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of some of these items around the area.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
So here we have what looks like another nanite source other than the damaged machinery. And that actually gave a significant amount more. Well, one we recovered before was about 27. The most recent was 31. That was 47. So that seems pretty decent. And here we have another restore shield. I'm not sure that can be scanned. It does have the question marks though. I think we'll kind of save the panel here. Let's go ahead and get to this technology module. Okay, so it says we got 2 salvaged data that time. Yep, the first time I must have misread that notification. So let's pop in here and confirm, and yes, we have another 2, so that should mean we get 2 new pieces of technology when we get back to our base. Awesome. But while we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at this tower.
Radiation protection falling.
Those look like some pretty valuable resources out there. Uranium and copper. And another buried technology module. Okay. Well, this is a pretty great vantage point from right here. Holographic comms tower. Let's use it. Holo terminus activated. Network traffic low. Access records. There are no incoming calls currently registered with the Holo terminus. Logs from the previous call are available. Let's access those logs. Ah, I see they have encrypted these logs with some form of advanced alien ciphertext. Or I guess maybe it's possible it's just another language. Well, I don't think there's anything I can do with these at the moment. What about up here? Interesting. Well, I say since we're already out this far, and we found another buried technology module that's somewhat close, we should probably just go hit it while we're here. How's our copper looking? Still have about 500, so I think maybe we won't mine that up, but we will just go ahead and travel out here and pick this up. Okay, so here we are coming up onto this buried technology module. Jetpack up here. Switch over to our terrain manipulator. Let's just go ahead and dig ourselves in. Okay, and it looks like that also got us to salvage data. I believe I also saw a damaged machinery here, so we'll go ahead and fix this up while we're here. Awesome, more nanites. Okay, now we begin our journey back to the ship. As I'm walking back, these 3 ships just warped right on in. I wonder if these are friendly, or am I about to be in trouble? Well, they don't seem to be attacking for the moment. I think we'll mind our own business. Alright, let's see if we can learn this biofuel reactor. And here we are right here. It is a small power generator, burns carbon-based fuel placed in its furnace tank and converts it into usable power. Connect power generators to base structures and technologies with electrical wiring. Many parts require power to function. Okay, let's go ahead and research. It's going to take 1 metal plating and 25 oxygen. Now we can go ahead and research this save beacon, or maybe we come down here and pick up the signal booster. At this point, I'm guessing the tutorial is going to tell us which one it wants us to take next, so I'm going to let it guide us and not try to skip ahead too far here. Now, in order to make that metal plating, we're definitely going to need ferrite dust. It does look like I have enough for 1. I did also pick up some projectile ammunition on my way back. So let's go ahead and make this. And I believe we can craft this. Yep, so I hit Z to go back into my build menu, and here is our biofuel reactor. So I'm just going to set this on the... I'm going to set this on the opposite side of our door here. Furnace empty. Okay. And here's our furnace tank, and we can charge equipment with organic elements. So if we go ahead and click on this, looks like we've got choices between oxygen, condensed carbon, and carbon. Maybe we'll just go ahead and take the carbon that we have. Let's change the stack size, put it down to 50, and put it in. And the generator status is now online. Looks like the remaining time is about 25 hours, but we are not connected to anything. I imagine this time might change once we're actually powering something. Okay. So now I imagine we're going to have to connect this up. Let's check out what our log is telling us here. Yep, and it's asking us now to learn electrical wiring. Okay. Which we saw here in our buildable technologies section. And this is costing 0 salvage data. That's nice. Let's go ahead and learn that. This is high capacity electrical wiring. Use wiring to connect power generators to your base. Most technology, as well as structures with embedded lighting systems, require a power source to operate. Wiring can be connected to various switches to facilitate selective power flow. Cool. Let's go ahead and back on out. And now that we know our wire, let's see if we can go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go into Z in our build menu, choose the wiring. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 potential outputs, one on the front and one on the back, or maybe these are sides. I guess I could be looking at this from the wrong direction. Let's just go ahead and take the back. And it looks like we can just literally draw a straight line straight to it. And there we have it.
Radiation protection falling.
We've completed the objective. of habitation program initializing. Okay.
Base computer online.
Looks like we have some archives that have been updated. Hey, thankfully this isn't changing the fueling output. At least not yet. That's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and check out this base computer. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry number 4925F follows. Scanner detected unusual broadcast repeating 16 from the space station. Warning. End of archive. Records interrupted. The base computer archives have reached their end. It seems there is nothing more I will learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed to the space station. Now we need to investigate the space station. Follow in the footsteps of the base computer's previous owner. And it looks like the game has marked the space station right up here as off planet. Okay, that's what we're going to call it for an episode today. In our next episode, we'll be looking at tidying up our base, just getting things a bit more organized before we head on up to the space station. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave it a like. And if you want to see more videos from me in the future, tap that red subscribe button. I will catch you guys next time. Later!